Hopefully you could hear the horn there. We are going to be having our announcements of our all-conference team first, and then Waupun will also be receiving their regular season conference award. We're going to be announcing the award winners here. Right now I'm having a hard time understanding what the announcer is saying, so I'm not exactly sure. St. Mary's Springs will be on the home bench, but they'll be wearing their dark jerseys as the visitors. So coming out on the ice now are the St. Mary's Springs Ledgers, who currently are the number 2 seed in the Badgerland Conference. Some interesting developments today. Pacelli won their first conference game over Oshkosh 3-1. Nina just lost to Fox Cities 5-2 with one empty netter. And now we're getting ready for the awards. I wish I could understand what the announcer was saying. It's really unfortunate. The speakers are terrible. David Krischke is the commissioner of the Badgerland Conference. That's who they announced. I can't think of who the other one. I believe that the other person was Hunter Schwer, but I'm not sure. Appleton. Is this first team? Is this first team? I'm not exactly sure what they're announcing right now, if they're announcing the honorable mentions or if they're going through. I just can't understand what the announcer said. They're announcing something for some type of an award. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think those might be the honorable mentions, and they're mentioning all of them from the teams, or unless it's an academic, I'm just not sure. So they've announced players from each of the teams. Right now they've announced somebody from Oshkosh. That means coming up here soon should be somebody from... That's from Springs. Dawson Sorauer was announced for something. Ahern was recognized. Owen Ahern is recognized from St. Mary's Springs. They're playing today. Caleb Sauer was announced from Waupun. I'm not sure what it was for. Braden Van is in. I wonder if this is the all-academic team, maybe? Could be. Colin Holtz and Braden Van is in, and Caleb Sauer were announced from Waupun. This might be first and second team all-conference. I think that's what they might have announced. So now they want them to line up, and they're going to get some pictures. Unfortunately, we're on the wrong side in order for us to see them. So they've got all of the, I think these were the all-conference. I'm not sure if they put them as first team and second team, but I know that Caleb had texted me and he was listed as the second team all-conference goalie. A little bit mystified as how that happened. He has most shutouts, lowest goals against, highest save percentage in the conference when you go by conference records only. And he gets beat out by Colin Ahern. And Colin is one heck of a goalie. He really is a great player, but if we're going to go with the stats, I'm not sure why. They're announcing now, I think, the all-conference. So that must have been academic all-conference. I'm assuming that they just got done announcing. Cameron Beek is announced from Waupun for all-conference. Second team. There's the announcement for the second team. Again, I'm not sure how that exactly happens. You have the best stats in the conference, most wins. And he's considered second team. Waiting here for making sure pictures are taken. So Waupun had 2 on the second team. On first team, forwards I'm sure are going to be Zach Welsh. Alec Elkin from Nina. Does that make sense? Zach Welsh from St. Mary's Springs. Colin Holtz's first team for Waupun. Those are your leading 3 scorers and point getters for the conference, so that makes sense.
And first team defense goes to Fox City's Jonathan Kwasny.
Kwasny is announced as Jonathan Kwasny from Fox Cities. He's the leading scorer for Fox Cities, and he's number 1 team. Carter Flegner from Waupun.
First team all-conference goalie goes to St. Mary's Springs, Colin Ahern.
And they announced Colin Ahern as the first team all-conference. Once again, some very deserving kids out there. Just would be interesting to know what they're using for criteria. All it does is get underneath Caleb a little bit, so we'll see how pissed off is he's going to be able to focus or not. I hope so. So Waupun has 4 all-conference. And the regular season award. Jason Buckles is the coach of the year for leading his Warriors first time in 22 years. In the Badgerland Conference. First time in 22 years that they have won the regular season. Now they're trying to make sure that they win the Badgerland tournament, which would be the first time ever. They haven't done that before since they've gone to this format.
They also led way to the first place in conference.
he calls out Caleb to pick up that award for the team. He's trying to get the seniors and the captains to come out there to join him. And they are there. And they surround their coach for the regular season award. Waupun Warriors, conference champs in the Badgerland. Team pictures getting lined up. Hopefully Sandy will be able to get those for us. She's taking some team pictures. I can tell you we are going to be in for one heck of a contest. Springs has knocked off Neenah twice now. And it was a close game when we played them in Waupun and won that one 3-2. I do like the way the Badgerland does this. This is awesome recognition that takes place at a tournament. So this is really is a great honor to take place. I just wish I knew that they were recognizing at this time. Both teams are lined up on their respective lines. Conference Player of the Year. Colin Ahern is Player of the Year. I can just see Caleb shaking his head again. Can't understand how that happens. Again, when Caleb's got better numbers in the conference, but I can tell you this, that better fuel these Warriors to go out there and put a bunch of pucks right past him. And now it looks like they're going to go for the national anthem. Once again, we will be blessed with the opportunity for Waupun's very own Scott Van Galen to be singing our national anthem. Reminding us about the sportsmanship. I don't know why they're announcing the players right now. We're the home team and we're being announced first, which I find to be amazing as well. But I guess that's what happens when you play on somebody else's rink. We have the national anthem coming up right now. I'm not sure how this is going to sound. The speakers are not as clear as they should be, but here we go. Fantastic job by Scotty Van Galen again as we get ready here for your Badgerland Conference Championship Tournament against your Waupun Warriors and St. Mary Springs Ledgers. They're setting the nets right now. Warriors are getting ready. So are Springs. Both teams have made it by advancing as they were supposed to throughout the tournament. Waupun beat Pacelli at home 8-1 on Tuesday, and then came here on Friday and played host to the Fox City Stars on Rink B as the #1 seed, and ended up beating Fox Cities for the second time this year with a shutout 3-0. And then St. Mary Springs had their opening game against Oshkosh and was able to defeat Oshkosh 9-0. And then following that game, yesterday they played against Neenah and beat Neenah in overtime 2-1. And that's how they have made it to the championship game. Waupun is trying to win their first conference title ever in the tournament. So it hasn't been around, wasn't back around in the 90s. So on the ice for Springs. And we're ready to drop the puck. Noah Pickard takes on Jared Buckles. Dumped in, goes behind the net. Caleb Sauer goes to play it. He gives it off to Carson Schramm. Carson Schramm gives it to Carter Fleitner. Fleitner gets pucked off the puck and he gives it to Carson Schramm. Carter Schramm chips it out, tries to get it out, glove down. And now here comes Jared Buckles, and it's chipped up into the air and it's into the stands. 16:39 left in the first period. Springs has a first attack, does not get a shot on goal. And now out for Waupun is their first line. Beek Baxter and Colin Holtz. Cam Beek has it, and it's going to be called offsides on Colin Holtz. It looks like, I thought Cam held it there long enough. Cam Beek in at center against Cade Tennyson. Beek wins it, dumps it around, and now Cole Camphouse. And Cam Beek goes in for support. Caleb Baxter's in behind the net. Colin Holtz has it. Holtz looks for it, gets pinned up against the wall. Is trying to get rid of it at his feet. He's held in against the wall by Connor McLaughlin, who came on defense. Colin Holtz. Now Caleb Baxter. Holtz behind the net. He has it. He has an opportunity. He goes down off of the stick, and it's up on the net. And Warriors take the first shot. It looks like we're going to have one of those boxes again where they're not going to keep track of shots. That one went off of the stick. Well, maybe they do. That's all right. Schramm, Buckles, and Buckles line is out there. Carter Fleitner with Dylan Sauer on a defense. Fleitner has it. He gives it to the corner. Baron Buckles has it. He loses it to number 22, Owen Bellender. Also right there is Michael Hutel and Zach. First line goes back out to match. Hutel, Zach Wilson, and Noah Blank are your forwards, I believe. Cam Beek picks it up, and now it's chipped back into the zone. Carter Fleitner with it on his stick. He goes out wide, has it knocked away. Cam Beek picks it up. He's got it on his stick. He's looking to force and forecheck, dumps it back into the zone. It goes out to number 22, puts it into the center. He dumps it around off of the official. Caleb Sauer stops it, gives it, and then Colin Holtz dumps it back all around, gets it out of the zone. Caleb Baxter picks it up. He's got speed. He gets it over to Colin Holtz. Holtz on a breakaway, shoots, and it's nice save by Colin Ahern. Great opportunity for the Warriors. Malachi misses that one. Dylan Sauer now goes to give chase, and here comes number 3. That is Levi Poss putting pressure on. Out to Braden Van Azen. Van Azen misses it, and it's going to be an icing. 14:52 left in the first period. Waupun and St. Mary's Springs tied 0-0. Cade Zabel. Kelvin Grass out there for Springs. And that's number 3, Levi Poss. And now Carson Schramm has it, gives it to Braden Van Azen. Van Azen almost has it, losing it off of his stick. It goes out to number 18. That is Noah Pickert. Offsides, Inad Sauer. That'll be a save, but I'm sure they won't mark that because they're not sure about it. Or they do. Now here comes Noah Pickert, takes a shot, blocked by Cole Camphouse. He stays in net. Sauer lost his balance, and the wraparound, and he gives up the first goal. .14:47 in the first period. Springs draws blood. Let's see how they respond. I didn't hear who it was. Fired, Sauer hits a blocker. There's his third shot on goal, and another one, and it's out of the front, and it's out. Our defense is not playing out there clearing. Here comes Baron Buckles now, tries to get out of his own, does. Dump back in, held, then loses it, is Jarrett. Dumped it on Sauer, Sauer puts it into the corner. And now here comes Jarrett Buckles with it. He takes it, goes off of the board, bangs it out to neutral zone. Picked up by number 9, that is Noah Blank. Noah Blank goes out wide to number 22. Tries to pick it up, and Zach Welsh is on the ice with number 7, Jack Zabel. Waupun's first line, Dylan Sauer has it on his stick. Gets it out to Caleb Baxter. Baxter tries to, pops up into the air. Zach Welsh there trying to get it. And now here comes Baxter, gets it through. He's going to try and drive it right to the net. He's got Colin Holtz and Cam Beek. Beek takes it, goes all the way out to the defense to Carter Flagner. Flagner fires it towards the net, and there's it, pops up in the air. Waupun is unable to capitalize. Good attack, though. Here comes Cam Beek, fires it, and stopped by number 7 for St. Mary's Springs. That's Jack Zabel, held in by Carter Flagner. Zach Welsh trying to chip it free. Knocked back into the zone by Cam Beek. Now they go back on the attack, and it's back on Beek's stick. Beek has it. He goes, dances around, tries to fire it off the shin guards of number 7. Again, that's Jack Zabel. Cam Beek has it. He's being held. No call. The stick is wrapped around. Tries to hit it out, and here comes number 12. That's Mitchell Hutel. Out of the zone, Caleb Baxter has it. Takes it into the Waupun zone, out and into the corner. Chips, goes in with speed. Number 9, Noah Blank. Bangs it off of the board. Cam Beek tries to pick it up. Colin Holtz has it. Puts it out in the center, and now there's Carson Schramm. He gives it back to the corner, and here comes Cam Beek to make a change. Waupun on the change. Nice job here out there. It's Tyler Flagner off of the board. He tries to dump it in. Picked up by number 9. That's Noah Blank. Dumped in. Carson Schramm goes to pick it up. He goes into the corner, reverses direction to Van Azen. Van Azen tries to get it out of the zone, held in by number 22. Popped up in the air. That's Owen Bellander. And Levi Poss. Poss has it out center. Van Azen chips it free, and that does not clear the zone. Dump back in. Sauer's unable to get out of the net because of the pressure, held in by number 34. Number 34 had it, and then he loses it to Van Azen. Van Azen gives to Tyler Flagner into the neutral zone. Noah Blank has it. He goes to the center. It's number 19. Cole Camphouse is there on defense. Goes down. Goes out to the center. Sauer with a save. Baron Buckles now has it. Tries to get it to the center. Gives it to Jarrett. Now it's off of Griffin Leafy. Tries to dump it back into the zone. Waupun on the attack this time. It's chipped out and held in by Dylan Sauer. Now it comes all the way out. Griffin Leafy now picks it up. Leafy has it. Goes out to Sauer off of the board, who chips it. Number 7 tried to pick it up. Missed it. That was Jack Zabel. And now Baron Buckles has it on his stick, and he's knocked off by Zabel. Goes wide out to number 12, and that's Mitchell Hutel, who gives it to Zach Welsh. Welsh tries to bring it in, tries to center it, and there is Griffin Leafy. Now back on Welsh, leading scorer for the conference. Cleared out by Colin Holtz, bangs it off of the board. Jarrett Buckles gives chase, and that's going to be an icing. 10:37 left in the first period. Your Warriors are down 1-0 to St. Mary's Springs, who came out on fire, and they knew they were going to come after him. And Caleb is still probably doesn't have his head in the game right now, as he's worrying about not having that all-conference recognition, and instead of focusing on winning it. But let's see what happens with our Warriors. You got a bunch of seniors out there who are tough. That is number 7. That's Jack Zabel. Wins it. Cam Beek chips it off of the board. Here comes Caleb Baxter. Noah Blank picks it up. Baxter tries to pivot, knocks him off of his skates. Chipped into the board. There's Beek with Welsh. Beek has it, goes to the center. Looks, tries to set, tries to get space. Fires it towards the middle of the net where Colin Holtz was there. Held into the corner by Waupun. Given to Blank. Blank is trying to make it. And it's a high stick. By Carter Flagner. Both teams have 3 lines that they're rolling out there. 10:08 in the first period. Here comes Waupun's third line with Tyler Flagner, Malachi Buckles, and Braden Van de Zan. Flagner in, wins it. Over to Carter Flagner. Flagner gives it off the board, gives it to Tyler Flagner. Flagner has it. He's going to skate into the neutral zone. He's going to get it all crossed. He does. And he takes the fires at the net, and Ahern trips it into the corner. Tyler Flagner runs over Colin Ahern as he lost an edge when he was coming in with the puck. Ahern's wondering if there's going to be some type of call against that. It was not intentional. Face-off outside the zone. Malachi Buckles in at center. On your left-hand side is Braden Van de Zan, and to the right is Tyler Flagner. Carter Flagner and Carson Schramm are your D. 23 out there is Max Van de Slunt. And number 18 is Noah Pickert. Van de Slunt had it sit to him. He's going with number 3 and 33. Dumped around behind. Van de Zan gives chase. Shits it out in center. Gives it to Van de Slunt. Van de Slunt has it. Malachi Buckles goes to knock him off of the puck. Down goes Van de Slunt. Carter Flagner's trying to get it out of there. Van de Zan battling. Flagner has it. Goes across the crease. Out to Tyler Flagner, but he misses it off of his stick and is dumped behind. Now Carter has it behind the net. Does a chip, and now he's going to try and skate with it. He goes out wide. Ends up dumping it right to St. Mary's Springs. Malachi Buckles dumps it. Baron Buckles there to give chase. Carson Schramm to Carter. Now Jarrett Buckles has it on his stick. He fires it, and it's a save by Ahern. 9:06 in the first period. Springs leads 1-0. Cade Tennyson in at center with Noah Blank and Owen Bellendier. Justin Schwartzmiller against Carter Schramm. Schwartzmiller wins it. Now it goes out to Griffin Leafy. Tries to hold it in. He has it. Tries to hold it into the zone. Cole Camphouse pinches hard and knocks him off of the puck. Baron Buckles battling, trying to get behind the net. And Griffin Leafy goes underneath his stick. No ice. Leafy has it as both teams are changing. Tries to get it up. Does. Chips it into the zone. And now Waupun comes on their forecheck. Here comes Jarrett Buckles. Gives it to Barron. Barron has some room to move it. Gives it to Jarrett. Give it a go. And he fires, and it's just wide of the net. A good idea there from the Buckles line. Jarrett has it on his stick. Goes around the circle. He's looking. Goes all the way out. Comes out of the zone. Dylan Sauer holds it in. Waupun trying to pick this up. Off of the board to Zach Welsh. Zach Welsh has it. Dylan Sauer stays in his way. And they're going to call an interference Interference on Dylan Sauer, number 21. First penalty of the game. Waupun. Penalty on number 21, Dylan Sauer, will go on the penalty kill. Waupun's penalty kill so far in the conference has been 97%. That means that they've given up 3% of power play goals. Bangs it off of the board, takes a bad shank, and then gives it out to Cam Beek. Beek takes and dumps it, and Colin Holtz gives chase. All the way down. Oh, gives it off. Drives hard. Nice job by Cam Beek to block it. Zach Welsh now takes it up to the top, tries to reset. Down behind the net. Waupun, penalty kill. Attack their active sticks. They're letting them drive in. They rotate positions. They're going to see if they can open up that back door. Caleb Baxter's got to try and stay holding his ground. He takes a look around. Cam Beek goes out, tries to knock the puck off of the stick, and he does. He ends up with it and is able to clear it, and then it's tried to hold it in by number 14. He loses it, takes it all the way back into his zone and tries to set it up. Caleb Baxter with the pressure. Tipped in. Caleb Sauer's going to try and play it behind his net, and then he gives it to Beek, and Beek is able to get it out of the zone all the way down. 1 minute left on the penalty. Ahern plays it to Noah Blank. Blank has it on his stick. He skates through the defensive zone all the way through the neutral zone, able to walk in. Two attackers there. Waupun is able to stop it. It's on his feet. That's number 21, Dawson Serauer. And it's all the way down for Waupun. Jarrett Buckles going to give pressure. Ahern has it on his stick. Decides to reverse direction and give it to Owen Billender. Billender takes it into the zone. He skates it all the way in. All the way around the net. Looks to set it out wide. Gives it to number 21, Dawson Serauer, one of the captains. Baron Buckles gives chase. 9 seconds left on the penalty. Blank has it. Barron is shadowing him, trying to take away the passing zone. And both teams are now at full strength. Dylan Sauer ends up coming in. Number 33 has it chipped away. Sauer picks it up. And it's knocked out of the zone by Carter Flagner. Baron Buckles fires it on net. They're saying that it did not touch the goalie. It certainly looked like it hit Ahern. Guess not. 5:46 left in the first period. Waupun down 1-0. Just do not look sharp today. That could be because of who they're playing. St. Mary Springs has been pretty dominant so far this year. 33 is Calvin Grass. Max Van de Slunt holds him up. Tries to reverse. Carter Flagner now picks it up. Gives it out to Braden Van de Zandt. Van de Zandt gives out to Malachi into the neutral zone. And then it's held in. And Van de Slunt goes down. Here comes Griffin Leafy with it on his stick. He's got a little bit of ice. Fox it through. And just off of the blocker. Nice shot by Griffin Leafy. Off of the blocker. Almost bounced into the net of Ahern. Connor McLaughlin has it. Tries to go all the way down with an icing as it goes underneath Zach Wilson's stick. 5:10 left in the first period. Waupun sends out Baxter, Holtz, Beek with Schramm and Camphouse. Over to Schramm, loses an edge. Beek is able to hold it off on Sauer. Sauer gives it over to Cole Camphouse. Camphouse has it, changes directions on Zach Welsh, but there's number 12, two-man forecheck by the Springs. But now Carson Schramm has it on his stick, chips it, and gives it to Cam Baxter. Baxter with speed. Oh, with Noah Blank does a nice job defensively to stop him from coming in. Now Baxter tries to go all the way across, gives it to Camphouse. Camphouse is looking. He fires. There's room. Oh, and it's cleared all the way out, and that should be an icing on Springs. Waupun had a great chance there. Try and get one on net. 4:40 left in the first period. Carter Schramm, Jared Buckles, Baron Buckles. Defensemen stay the same. Jarrett wins it, swings it towards the net. Nobody there. He gets it again, fires it off of the pads of Ahern. Jump takes it, bounces out by a stick, and there's a slash, and no penalty is called as he's not paying attention. He's crashing. Nice job by Cole Camphouse to stay there. And then he takes and drills him, and now I'm not sure what the penalty is called. But there is a penalty going to be called on Camphouse as Schwartzmiller goes down. Interference. Wow. I'm not sure how it's an interference. He's playing the puck. At the other end, Barron gets slashed from behind and no call. 4:18. Waupun was now back on the penalty kill. Interference is the call. Flagner bangs it off of the board, held in by Blank. Blank then chips it past, gives it to number 21. That is Dawson Serauer. Serauer has it. Carter Flagner gets a stick in the way, gets his stick on it. Back out to center. Carter Flagner down below. Cam Beek checks number 19, and now Carter Flagner is able to chip it past. Takes and chips. Both Waupun is battling hard. Caleb Beek fires it. Cam Beek fires it all the way down. That's going to count as a shot. Took a bad hop there. Noah Blank has it. Caleb Baxter, shadow. Here comes Springs to go set up. Blank is able to go around. Dumps it into the zone. Comes in with speed. Blank is going to look. Tries to feed it out front. Does. The number 18. That's Noah Pickard. Pickard has it on his stick. He's going to look to try and get to the center. Fires it towards the net. Wide. Number 7 there for Springs is Zach Zabel. He has it, dumps it back around, but Cam Beek is there. Beek has it. He fires it off of the glass, and it's cleared. 57 seconds left in the penalty. Waupun has killed off the first minute. Now here comes number 14, Connor McLaughlin. Gives it out to Pickard. Cleared back out, and this time Jared Buckles is going to give chase as Ahern goes back to play it behind the net. Changes directions, and it's dumped over. Here comes Baron Buckles now with pressure. Baron Buckles picks it up. He's got room. Able to put some pressure on. 30 seconds left in the penalty. Out to number 14, that's McLaughlin. Dumps it. Deep pass to Justin Schwartzmiller. Schwartzmiller works his way to the center. He's going to see if he can pull one off. Walks all the way in. Fires on save. 2 saves off of Sauer. 2:34 left in the period. 15 seconds left on the penalty. Waupun down 1-0. 2:34 left in the first period. 15 seconds left in the penalty. Caleb Baxter wins it. Takes it to the center of the ice as number 9. Carter Flagner goes to try and battle and tries to pick it up. Tries to hold, and Cam Beek is able to take it off of his stick. Now we're at full strength. Beek has it. He's trying to dance it. Gives it all the way out to Baxter. Baxter's unable to get it on his stick. No icing. Baxter's in hard. Chipped off of the stick of Colin Holtz. And then held in by Carter Flagner. And then Colin Holtz tries to get it. Does pick it up. Tries to dump it back in and gives it. Baxter's there. Noah Blank has it on his stick, and he's going to try and walk it all the way in. Able to jump it. Carter Flagner now has it on his stick. 1:55 left in the first period. Carter Flagner has some open ice as he skates around, and it's off of the stick of Springs. Back to Flagner, back to Beek, back to Holtz, and it's back to number 21. And here he's coming in with Schwartzmiller. Flagner. Drive wide of the net. And now here comes Cam Beek. Here comes that first line. Beek, Baxter, and Holtz loses it off of the stick. Beek picks it back up, goes all the way around, gets knocked down, loses an edge. Holtz goes back in. He gets knocked off of the puck, comes all the way back. Carson Schramm tries to pick it up and is able to, loses it. 1:14 left in the period. Schramm has it, has a chance to go wide, out to Holtz. Holtz is on it, and it does not touch his stick, and it's an icing. 1:07 left in the first period. Waupun has had probably one good scoring chance, maybe two. classic Badgerland battle. Out top, Sauer with a blocker save. Now it goes out to Baron Buckles, but it's held in by Zach Welsh. Dylan Sauers knocks Welsh off. Buckles is there. Dylan Sauer goes to pick it up. Baron Buckles tries to chip it, kept into the zone. Baron goes to block, and it is blocked by Jared. Now Jared has it on his stick. It goes wide, tries to get it out to Carter Schramm. Noah Blank off of his stick, now has it in the neutral zone. He goes wide out to Zach Welsh. Welsh tries to hit. Jared Buckles picks it up. Held up against the wall by Three Springs players. Out to the center, Carson Schramm has it. He's looking. Gives to the center, that's Carter Schramm. Punched back in by number 12, which is Mitchell Hutel. He's got open ice for Carson Schramm to skate it. He takes it into the neutral zone, decides to dump it, gets it in, and goes all the way across ice to Carter Schramm. Schramm has it into the corner, goes back to center it, and nobody there to tap and put it in. 16 seconds left. Baron Buckles with a nice check.
Takes and knocks him off of his skates. That's not a charging. Unreal. Officials right here. Elbowing call on Springs. Waupun will start on the power play. At the end of the first period, Waupun is down 1-0.
Well, if you take a look at the stats for both of these teams, that doesn't surprise you if you take a look and figure out what each of the teams do. If you're taking a look at the Badgerland just in itself, teams have scored for Fond du Lac. They have put 17 goals in and only given up 2. Waupun has scored 15 and hadn't given up any now until right now. They now have given up 1. In the second period, Waupun has scored 20 goals.
St. Mary Springs has scored 19. Both have given up 3. So you're talking about 2 evenly matched teams here. So we'll see what happens as we go into the second period. Your Waupun Warriors are down to Springs, who scored right away in the beginning of the game. The 14:47, 1-0. We'll see you back here after the intermission.
Welcome back to the Fond du Lac Blue Line Family Ice Center here in Fond du Lac, home of St. Mary Springs, and also this home of the Badgerland Conference Tournament. We're ready to start our second period as the officials hit the ice. Waupun is down 1-0 on a goal that was scored. I'm not sure. I'd have to wait till the score sheet comes out. I can't exactly say who scored it. From Springs. They put the puck in the net. There was all kinds of traffic sitting out in front. Sauer lost track of it. A chip up over the top of his shoulder at 14:47 in the first period. Waupun will be starting the second period on the power play. Let's hope that your Warriors can regroup, get their focus. Shots 9-8. Waupun with the advantage. Both teams are equal in their second periods here. Waupun puts in a ton of goals. Springs puts in a ton of goals. And we shall see who's able to put the most in here at the beginning of the second period. Well, Waupun is on the power play, out on the ice. Captain Carson Schramm, Captain Caleb Baxter, All-Conference Colin Holtz, Carter Flegner, and Cam Beek. All-Conference all the way around. Our captain, number 18, kept chipped off of the foot of Beek. Beek has it. Zabel gives chase, goes out to Flegner. Flegner has it. He decides to take it up and bridge escape move. He's got it to Cam Beek, who loses an edge, is able to recover, does get it back in, tries to get it in deep. Caleb Baxter, and now here comes Welsh with a breakaway. Caleb Baxter is able to get there and hold him off, and now he turns and tries to reset. Cam Beek. Carter Flegner dances around, tries to get it out. Now Cam Beek is able to pick it up, get it into the zone. Beek now takes it down to the corner. Sets up, goes all the way back up top, all the way across to Carter Flegner. Flegner has it, fires high off the stick of a Warrior, they're calling. So out of the zone. Number 33 in there for center. Carter Flegner now has it. He takes it. 33 slashing with the stick. Flegner has it. Goes all the way back out top to Holtz. Holtz all the way across to Cam Beek. Beek tries to skate it in. Tries to create an opening. Goes all the way back over to Flegner. Flegner fires off of the stick. Carson Schramm was camped there. Was unable to put it in. That was exactly the shot that Carter needed to take. Baxter all the way out to Flegner. Flegner now looks. He tries to dance with it, goes all the way to Beek. Beek has it. Ahern steps up, and now Beek is able to get around him, and no opportunity was there. Had Ahern down in the net wide open, and nobody was able to put it in. Sitting out front like that. Goes out to Carter Flegner. Flegner has it, goes back to Beek. 27 seconds left on the penalty. Down to Carson Schramm. Off of the pads, there's Baxter. Tries to get it out to the center, and is unable to hold it in. 19 seconds left. Beek has it. Escape. Gives it to Carter Flegner. Justin Schwartzmiller hits the ice. Flegner has it. Tries to get it through, and Ahern freezes. 8 seconds left on the penalty. Waupun had a perfect opportunity. The puck was sitting right in the crease. Nobody was able to tap that thing in when Ahern was out of position. 15:07 left in the first period. Carter Schramm, Jared Buckles, and Baron Buckles is your line. Picked up by Jarrett. 2 seconds left on the penalty. Cole Camphouse retreats. Leafy is his defensive partner, and now Schwartzmiller has it on his stick. He tries to go out wide. Now number 21 does. Cole Camphouse picks it up. Doesn't get the icing. Goes off of the board. Hard pinch by the defense. Camphouse runs right through him. Is able to get the puck. Now it's dumped back in by Springs. Griffin Leafy has it on his stick. He's able to skate. Gives. Out to Carter Schramm, just out of reach of Jared Buckles. Cole Camphouse now gives chase, has it, is able to stay on his skates. Zach Welsh is going to put pressure on, but here comes Carter Schramm. Turns it over to Zach Welsh. Welsh has it, he's looking, fires it towards the goal, goes behind the net.
Camphouse. That's Zabel. Centers it. Sauer is still in the center, is able to hold it. No goal. Good opportunity there. Noah Blank now has it. He chips it off of the board. Cam Beek is able to pick it up, and it's Beek and Holtz who have it. Beek gives it to Holtz. Holtz has it, fires, and in a goal! And your Waupun Warriors are putting one into the net at 13:53. 13:53, snipe shot from Colin Holtz, and the score is even at 1-1. Waupun is right back into this contest. 13:53. Colin Holtz with a beautiful assist from Cam Beek puts one into the net. Great teamwork. Ahern not expecting it, right up over the top of the shoulder of the glove. 13:53. Holtz from Beek ties the game 1-1. Even strength goal. Now let's see what they can do. Dylan Sauer tries to hammer it off the boards. Malachi buckles. It's out in the neutral ice. Tries to chip it in. Now here comes number 14. Tries to dump it around. Dylan Sauer is able to pick it up. Chip. Braden Van Zandt is able to pick it up, and now here comes the Warriors again. Oh, just a chip away, but Dylan Sauer picks it up. He's looking to see if he can take it into the zone. He does. Is able to take it all the way down. He's going to go behind the net. Gets knocked off of the puck. Caleb Baxter with a chip, waiting for the Warriors to get out. Unable to. Turns it over. Here comes Springs, right back on the attack. Fires. Sauer with a glove save. Freezes. 13:06 in the second period. Waupun tied it up 1-1. Out on the ice right now for Springs is number 22. That's Owen Bellender. 21 is Dawson Serauer. And now Colin Holtz has it. Number 22. Billender gives it to Baxter. To Schwartzmiller trying to stop it. Dylan Sauer chips it back in against the wall. Colin Holtz is able to pick it up. Number 19 gives him a good check. That's Tennyson. Dylan fires it at the net. Oh, and a tip almost opportunity there. Caleb Baxter had a perfect opportunity there. Great job by Dylan to keep it on the ice on that fire. Cam Beek now. Pig going to pick it up. He's got Caleb Baxter. He goes out to the front. Baxter tries to hammer it through some skates. Colin Holtz with a hard check. Dylan Sauer again goes to pick it up. And loses it. Now Justin Schwartzmiller has it. He goes all the way back across to the center. And now Cam Beek tries to step up. As he was playing back in the defense, so Dylan Sauer had gone down. Carter Flagner has it. He's got open ice, and he decides to give to Baxter. Baxter goes all the way across to Dylan Sauer. Sauer has it, dumps it, tries to put it in the corner. Number 18. And now Carter Flagner flags it down out of the air. Baron Buckles has it on his stick, tries to go through the center, gets tripped, and a penalty is called. Nice job by Baron Buckles to do a great job of stick handling it through there at 12:01. Number 9. Will go on for Springs in the box for a trip. He can't believe it. Waupun back on the power play. The Warriors power play has put 28% in. They're 0 for 1 right now in this second period. Seeing if they could try and get it. They had a great opportunity. One back. Cole Camphouse wins it. He gives it down to Jarrett Buckles. Jarrett gets checked off by number 18. I can't remember. I'll pick that up here. Zach Welsh tries to get it. Gives it out to Cole Camphouse. To Baron Buckles. Drives to the center. And he tries it. And it slays right there as Jarrett tries to put one in. Nice attack by the Warriors. Yeah. Here comes that top power play line. Baxter, Holtz, Beek, Flagner, and Schramm. Zach Welsh is in at center with McLaughlin and Zabel. Held in by Flagner. Flagner has it. Beek is wide open on this wide side. He sees him. He fires off of the stick. And there it is. And there's, an opportunity through the pads and just missed. Colin Holtz had a perfect opportunity. Warriors are doing a good job on this power play on the attack. Cam Beek is able to escape move, able to go through the center and fires, and he's able to put a second one past Colin Ahern. And there the Warriors take the lead at 11:27 in the second period, 2-1. Power play goal, Cam Beek. A give from Colin Holtz, 12 from 16 at 11:27. Your Warriors have now taken the lead. Now let's see what happens as they're playing from ahead. So far, it doesn't have Springs down as a shot. I have them down as one. 11-27. Caleb Sauer is calling for something. I'm not sure what he's calling for. He says that there's a puck in the back of the net that he wants removed so that it is not called as a fake goal. So he's able to have it taken out. The official's able to take it out. Out on the ice for Waupun. Jared Buckles, Baron Buckles, and Carter Schramm. Defense is Cole Camphouse. Won by Jared Buckles. Gives it to Griffin Leafy. Leafy has it now. Let's see how your Warriors handle this with a lead. Camphouse back over to Leafy. Leafy looks, goes into the center, just outside of the stretch stick. Now it goes to Blank. Blank is able to chip it up to Schwartzmiller, but down by Baron Buckles. Jared Buckles gives chase. He's able to pick it up. Battling hard. Leafy goes underneath his stick. Caleb Sauer is going to come out and play it. He decides that he's going to go wide out to Cole Camphouse. Out of the zone. Schramm able to hold it in. Carter has it. He's battling against number 22. Cole Camphouse in there with his stick. He's trying to battle. Jared is able to pick it up. Gives it to Baron. Baron now is and he's able to take a shot. And there's it between the legs. Oh, another perfect opportunity. Baron Buckles with an awesome shot. Great attack. Your Warriors are coming out on fire, 2-1. They are making Ahern work. Baxter, Beek, Holtz, Dylan Sauer, Carter Flegner is your line. Zabel, Holtz gets it, Beek has it, gets it in his skates, and it goes to number 18. I gotta keep track. That's Noah Pickard. I should have known that. Number 14, McLaughlin, held in. Baxter. Here comes Zabel with it. He's looking to try and take it up the center. Colin Holtz is watching. Dylan Sauer is going to try and step up on him. Tries to go around. Takes him all the way around down behind the net. The net got knocked off as Zach Welsh was knocked into the net. 10:21 left in the second period, and your Warriors have taken the lead 2-1. They are holding true to what the way they've played all season in the Badgerland, scoring more goals in that second period. Here we go. Cam Beek in at center against Zabel. They toss Zabel because number 12 was creeping in, which is Mitchell Hutel. Now they toss Beek, and in comes Baxter. Baxter wins it, and now Beek picks it up. He skates with it, goes all the way out wide, and just a stick on it by Pickard. Dumped into the corner. Cam Beek goes to give pressure. Chipped off of the sidewall. Carter Flegner pinches hard, is able to try and hold it in. And there's Colin Holtz. Holtz has it. Carter Flegner is able to make it pop that stick up. Beek is in there battling. He's got it down at his feet. And now number 18, that's Pickard. Pickard has it on his stick. Goes all the way across over to number 14. That's Connor McLaughlin. They try and hit it out, but Carter Flegner's there. He loves it down. They try and bring it off of the board. That's Schwartzmiller. But there's Flegner. Flegner gets it back in. Now Cam Beek, Colin Holtz has it. He fires just wide of the net. But here comes Dylan Sauer, hard to pinch. Held back in by Colin Holtz. Sauer and Holtz switch positions. Sauer battling. Cam Beek in there trying to pick it up. Sauer comes back out to his defensive position. Barron's trying to look away, take a passing zone away. And Carter Flegner does a nice job. Chipped out to Zach Welsh. Welsh is able to get it on his stick into the zone. And now here comes Welsh. Fires into the side of the net. It's back loose off of the board, and that's going to come all the way down for an icing. 9:13 left in the second period. Waupun leads 2-1 on a great attacking second period. Tyler Flegner, Braden Van Azan, and Malachi Buckles is your line. Third against third. Now it's picked up. Braden Van Azan is able to try and put it into the zone. And number 22 able to pick it up from Braden. Braden stays with him. And now here comes Malachi with him. Takes it in his skates. Carson Schramm holds it. Tries to give it back to Malachi. Malachi has it. Chips it out to Carson. Carson has it. He fires it towards the net. Ahern did not see it. Braden does a nice job of chipping it away. And there's Carson battling for it against number 3. That is Levi Poss. One of the things the Warriors are going to have is they were going to have the strength and the size against Springs. Over the top of the head, and here comes Malachi. He's going to meet him in, and there's Tyler Flegner in the center, and it's considered an icing. Wow. 8:36 left in the second period,
Halfway through this game. Assuming that we're not going to go to overtime. Your Warriors lead 2-1 at 8:36 in the second period. Carter Schramm loses it. Griffin Leafy has it. He decides to take it all the way around, and it all comes out to number 18, Noah Pickard. Pickard tries to give it back into number 21. That is Dawson Serauer. Serauer, one of the seniors. Now Baron Buckles has it. He's going to take it, skate it in. He's got Leafy to go with him, and Leafy goes offsides. Barron is holding it there at the blue line. Leafy just a little bit impatient, crosses that line. Jarrett Buckles, Baron Buckles, Carter Schramm on the ice. Your defensemen are Dylan Sauer and Griffin Leafy. Warriors have been very aggressive and on the attack this second period, taking it to Springs. In center is number 19, that is Tennyson. Loses it. Griffin Leafy dumps it back, and now Ahern goes back behind the plays and gives it to number 14, McLaughlin. McLaughlin tries to get it out, but it goes right to Leafy. Leafy dumps it right back into the corner. They go back in. Ahern plays it into the corner. He loses an edge and is down, and there's a nice pass ahead to Schwartzmiller. Schwartzmiller's going all the way across, and Sauer is able to hold it. It goes in the back of the net. Sauer had the opportunity. Blows the save. Had it in his glove. 7:52. Springs comes back and ties it up. I know it was from Schwartzmiller, but I don't know who scored that one. I'm thinking it was number 19. Can you listen for the number? Who scored? We are tied back up 2-2 at this Badgerland Conference game. Sauer had the opportunity to get the glove on it, just snuck underneath his arm. Welsh was sneaking in, gets center tossed, which is Jack Zabel. Welsh wins it though, and it goes out to Noah Blank. Blank gets it past. Here comes Welsh. Welsh tries to center it. Goes across the crease. Back to Welsh. Beek now has it. Carson Schramm and Beek battling, trying to get it away from Welsh. They do. Here comes Colin Holtz with it on his stick. He's going to try and goes right around number 21. Dumps it into the corner. Noah Blank is able to try and pick it up. Holtz has it. Looks to center. Chipped out. All the way to Carter Flegner. He's got a stick on it. He's going to fire it all the way in. Off of the stick of Ahern into the corner. Beek gives it to Holtz. Holtz gets hammered in the back by Blank. And again, no call. Chipped off of the boards. Zach Welsh gives chase. Carson Schramm is right there, and Caleb Baxter picks it up, gives it out to Beek. Beek has it. He's going to dance with it. Loses it. Centers it. Welsh, give and go to number 22, all the way out to number 12. Carter Flagner tries to pick it up and has some, gets beat, but there's Caleb Baxter. Sauer's going to take and freeze it. Baxter does a nice job of taking number 22. That's Owen Billender right off of the puck. 6:56, and we are tied at 2. They didn't announce it. They didn't announce it. .656, Malachi loses it, tries to come out. Sauer didn't see the tip. Down in the corner, number 33, 14, screened, tip wide to the net. It's time to clear those guys out, boys. There's Waupun. Tries to center. Chip pass, Griffin Leafy. Beats him to the puck, goes off of the board, and gets it to Van de Zan. Van de Zan has it, then it's taken away from number 18. Just off of the stick. Springs had us caught in a bad change. Dumped all the way out. Sauer goes to pick it up, gives it to Leafy. Leafy has it, gives a center ice break out to Barron. Barron gives a chip out to Carter Schramm. Carter Schramm has it, he takes and dumps it, goes around Blank. Blank goes in hard, but Carter Schramm is able to beat him there. Jarrett Buckles goes to pick it up with his stick, gets bumped off of it by number 19. That is Cole Tennyson to Blank. Baron Buckles picks it up. He's got it. Looks to try and center, and it's taken away by Tennyson. Tennyson, and then Barron does a nice job. Jarrett is there, gets his stick on it,
battles up, stays on his feet, does a nice job. Waupun is battling hard to try and get that puck back. Jarrett is doing a great job. Hard work. And now Justin Schwartzmiller is able to get it out. Gets it out to Serauer, and there's Dylan Sauer. 18 crashes. Sauer is able to make the save. Turn, and there's, oh, nice job by the defenseman of... Caleb Sauer's playing the puck, and they call him for a trip. Wow. Scrambling there to keep the puck out of the net. Warriors did a great job. Dylan Sauer goes to the box. I'm not sure what the reason is. 5:28. Warriors are back on the penalty kill. Oh, it's a trip on Caleb, served by Dylan. Carter Flagner has it, tries to get it out, and it does. Sneaks just outside of the zone. Here comes pressure. Colin Holtz looks to give pressure. Zach Welsh goes through the center, fires, blocked. Nice job by chip out, held in, fired. Nice job by Colin Holtz to block it. Holtz gets a stick on it, and now Cam Beek and Holtz have it, and it chipped away. Zach Welsh picks it up. He's going on the attack now. Welsh has it. Goes all the way across over to Schwartzmiller. Schwartzmiller has it. He's looking down behind the net. Carter Flagner. Baxter lays out. Goes all the way across to Schwartzmiller. Schwartzmiller not able to control it as Zach had hammered it across. Here comes Springs camping out in front. Fired. A nice job by Cam Beek. Get a stick on it. 4:34 left in the second period. 1:03 left on the penalty. Springs is on the attack. Smelling blood. 18 fires off of the pads. Goes wide. Out to number 14 at the top of the key. Warriors are there, and it's tipped, held. Nice job by Cam Beek. And now Colin Holtz is able to get a stick on it, and he's able to keep it. And then he dumps it, gives it to Ahern. Ahern puts his stick on it, and now Baron Buckles goes in to put pressure. 38 seconds left on the penalty. Jared Buckles goes against the wall. Instead of trying to pick it up with a stick, loses it. Here comes number 19 walking in. Nice job by the defense, but he loses it up over to the top of the net. And now Warriors cleared all the way down into the corner. 23 seconds left on the penalty. Jared is going in with pressure. Ahern has it. Gives it to number 9, Noah Blank. Blank has it. Takes it from behind the net. Comes up center ice. Now into the neutral zone. Skates it. Goes right around Barron. Griffin Leafy dogs him. Takes him into the corner. Barron is able to pick it up, but it's chipped away and driving hard. And Sauer with a blocker save. And then it's knocked away. Both teams are at full strength. Warriors were able to kill it off, but they need to get it out of the zone now. Carson Schramm, he gives it back to the corner. Jared Buckles going to give chase. Number 22 dumps it back in, and Waupun has it, goes out wide. Baron Buckles has it. There goes to off the wall to Caleb Baxter. Baxter has it on his stick. He goes around, Blank gives it, and there's off the pads. Back to Jared Buckles. Here's Cole Camphouse. He has it. Gives it out to Dylan Sauer. Sauer takes it, fires it, and it's just knocked down by the glove by Caleb Baxter. And he is hammered into the board, and there is no call. I can't believe the official's not going to make a call on that. Baxter gets rammed into the boards. Colin Holtz tries to hold it. Dylan Sauer does. Forks it back in. Now Baxter has it. He's looking. Tries to get it. Colin Holtz blocked down by number 33. Cleared all the way down to the corner. And it's an icing on Springs. 2:35 left in the second period. Waupun and St. Mary's Springs tied 2-2. For the conference tournament championship. Waupun has never won this. I'm not sure about Springs. Now Jack Zabel with Welsh. And number 14 is Connor McLaughlin. Zabel gets tossed. Welsh is back in. Welsh wins it off to the boards. Picked up by the defenseman. That held in by Cam Beek. Beek goes in. Goes after Zabel. Gives to number 18. He goes all the way out wide. Dylan Sauer is there. Cole Camphouse is going to tie up Welsh all the way out to the top. Fires, and it's knocked away. And there should be goalie interference all the way down. Cole Campos did a great job of busting all the way back in the net to take Zach Welsh. It's coming outside of the zone. 2:18. Warriors need to see if they can put one more back in the net here. Beek in at center. And the lines goes down. Drives it in. Sauer gets it in his gloves, and he's going to hold it. 2:08 left in the second period. Give his guys a break. Baxter, Beek, Holtz. They're going to change. Put in Jarrett and Barron and Carter Schramm, with Carson Schramm and Carter Fligner out on the ice. Fired at the net, saved by Sauer. Does it to Carter Fligner. Fligner goes off of the board. It goes to number 22, who fires it at the net. Goes off the side of the net. And then there goes Carson Schramm, is stick wrapped around. Battling in there. And now the Warriors have it. Barron tries to clear it out, but it goes to Schwartzmiller. Schwartzmiller dumps it back in. Carter Fligner has it. Fligner's looking. He tries to go. Saucer pass off of the board. And he's going to take and charge in. Barron has it. Beats him. Now Carson Schramm goes to pinch. All the way back down. Barron is trying to get it. Warriors are battling. Tries to clear it out, but there's Barron to pick it up. He dumps it back in, and it goes to Jarrett. Jarrett holds it and tries to hammer it towards the net. Goes just wide. Carson battling down. Oh, that's not Carson. That's Carter. Barron. Here comes Schwartzmiller. Barron is able to get it back out of the zone. And there's Cam Beek. And there should be an interference, and there is not going to be one. Here comes Springs. Tries to clear it out. Nice job by Cam Beek with it sticking there. 1 minute left in the period. Your Warriors lead. Nice job by Cam Beek to get a hold of it. He's got Colin Holtz, and he's got Caleb Baxter. Gives it Baxter wide. Wide. Baxter dumps it behind. Beek picks it up. He gets knocked off the puck by Blank. Colin Holtz goes in and is able to beat Zach Welsh to it. Blank picks it up. Or Zabel picks it up. He's going to try and give it to Welsh. There's Griffin Leafy. He chips, and it goes right straight to number 12. Number 12 is going to dance, and Sauer takes a save into the corner. Carter Fligner was in front of him. Now Holtz. Holtz tries to look, and Zach Welsh picks it, but there's Baxter. Baxter goes around number 14. Into the corner. Gets hard check. Loses it. Camphouse tries to hold it in. Beek decides to fire it all the way back. Takes a bounce off of the glass. Warriors were not ready for this change, and they have nobody on the ice. Sauer now is able to get the save. Warriors had nobody on the ice. I don't know how that happens. Got to get our heads in the game here, boys. 5 seconds left. Two, 5 seconds left. Shots are pretty even. Welsh in at center against Carter Schramm. Tossing Welsh. Number 19 now comes in. That is Tennyson. He's in at center. Schramm. Tennyson fires it. Sauer with a save. Dumps it. Gives it. Leafy goes to hold it up against the boards. And that's a smart play. And that is the end of the period. Waupun and Springs are tied at 2-2 after 2. Warriors had a really good period there. Sauer had a chance to stop it and keep it at 2-1 and just snuck right through the glove. Now we'll see who's going to come out here in this third period. It's going to be the team that wants it the most, who wants to make sure that they are the conference champs in the regular season and in the tournament. Waupun's got the regular season underneath their belt. Now they have to try and get the tournament championship. I'll try and put the scores in. I'm not going to be very accurate with it, but I think your first goal was scored by Cam Beek. From Colin Holtz at 11:27 into the period. Time remaining. Puts Waupun at 2-1. And then a second goal was scored by, oh, I take that back. The first goal was by Colin Holtz with a snipe shot. That's what that was. Colin Holtz at 13:57 with a snipe shot. Puts it right over the glove of Ahern, puts his first one in. And then Beek with a beautiful feed from Holtz. Puts one past Ahern, who didn't see it, and picks the lead 2-1. And then right towards the end of the period here, with about 7 minutes left, Springs come back and puts one in the net and ties it up at 2-2. Waupun and Springs were even on penalties for that period. We will be back after this intermission in the second period. We'll talk some stats, and we'll see if we can get our Warriors fired up to try and win this conference tournament. Thank you, and we'll see you in a little bit. Welcome back to the broadcast. We're getting ready to start the third period here. There's 45 seconds left in the intermission. You are looking at a tied score, 2-2, Waupun and Springs. Springs now hits the ice. Waupun is still in their locker room. Comes down to this period right here. Who wants it? Who wants that conference title? There's a lot more on the line than that as well. We're looking at seeding implications when it comes to the Section 8 seed as well. So let's take a look at some of these numbers. In the third period, Waupun has put 15 goals into the net and only giving up 2, while Springs has also put 15 but given up 3. So we will see. We're talking about some even now. Who's got the heart? Who's got the guts? Who's going to reach down? And who's going to battle hard? Both are talking to their goalies, making sure that they are ready to play, telling them that they got their back. Colin Ahern was announced as the Badgerland Player of the Year. Colin was also obviously first team. He can't be Player of the Year without being first team. Here we go, getting ready to start. Schramm, Buckles, and Jared Buckles is in at center against 19. Barron goes. Blank gives it to Dawson Serauer. Pickert dumps it into the corner. Carson Schramm, he has it, goes all the way back around the net, gives it to Carter Fleitner. Fleitner's looking, he gives it to Carter Schramm. Carter Schramm off of the board, gives it to Jared Buckles. Jared gets knocked over by Noah Blank. Justin Schwartzmiller gives it over to McLaughlin. Waupun tries to pick it up, and that's going to be an icing. Tennyson. Bellender is in that defense. Welsh. Zabel. Zabel's in that center. Wins it. That's Noah Blank. Has it on his stick. He's skating through the zone. On the ice is Waupun's first line. He goes all the way through. Griffin Leafy stands in his way. Knocks him off the puck. Cam Beek gets it. Beek gives it out to Colin Holtz. Goes all the way off of the pad of Sauer out to the corner. Griffin Leafy now has it. He's got control. He loses it. Goes Colin Holtz. Holtz gives it to Baxter. Chips it off of the board. Baxter gives chase. Is able to knock him off of the puck. Can't change directions. And Noah Blank now comes and picks it up. Checked away by Colin Holtz. Holtz has it. Looking. He's got Hamphouse all the way out to the top. Hamphouse looks, swings it over to Flegner. Flegner looks, fires it off of the stick of Ahern to Colin Holtz. Holtz now dumps it all around, but Caleb Baxter. Baxter has it. Beek is in the high slot. Flegner out at the top. Fires it. Tip. Colin Holtz over the top of the net. Beek goes, gives chase. He has it. Dylan Sauer now has it on his stick. Sauer gives it back to Beek down against the wall. He fires all the way across to Baxter. Baxter gives it back out. Has it on his stick. Looks. Wraps it around to give it to Colin Holtz, and instead it goes out of the netting. Good shift for the Warriors. Putting the pressure on. Now here comes Van Zandt, Tyler Flegner, and Malachi Buckles with Sauer and Flegner. Kelvin Grass won and popped towards the net. Goes wide. Tyler Flegner's battling. Comes into number 3, which is Levi Poss. Held back in by Tyler Flegner. On the stick of number 18, Noah Pickert. Pickert has it. Tries to, and it goes into Malachi Buckles, who's unable to take it. Carter Flegner backs off, which is not usual for him. Gives it to Max Vandesland. Vandesland walks in right into the chest of Sauer. Sauer with the freezes. 14:38 left in the third period. Tie game 2-2. Sauer out at the top battling. Warriors need to make sure that they are giving everything they've got. There is a lot riding on this game for the Warriors. Schramm has it. Goes out to Blank. Blank fires it. Sauer onto his pads. Freezes it. was Tennyson that crashed in on Sauer. Schramm, Tennyson in at center. Schramm wins it, gives it to Leafy. Leafy goes around behind the net, loses an edge. Number 21 comes in. Tennyson has it. Carson Schramm tries to knock it off it. Now Leafy does. Barron comes in, and he's able to take it away. He gives it all the way around off the board. Carter Schramm tries to pick it up, and Blank now has it for Springs. He takes it through the neutral zone. Schramm kicks it with a foot. Dump back in. Sauer puts it behind the net. Leaf picks it up off of the boards, gives it to Schramm. Schramm has it on his stick, reverses direction back to Leafy. Leafy now has open ice off of the stick. And Noah Blank has it, dumps it back in, and it's a icing. We're playing on a big sheet of ice here, so if you haven't been here before, this is an Olympic-sized rink, so we're a little bit wider, a little bit longer. Team that's in shape, well, this is Springs home rink, so we'll see if that plays anything into it, but a team that's in shape is usually a team that has the advantage here. Holtz in at center, wins it, underneath the stick of Beek, comes out to Flagner. Flagner now has it, and he's going to skate it all the way in. He walks it all the way in, dumps it back to Holtz. Holtz loses it and gives it to number 12, who dumps it into the corner. That is Hutel. Dylan Sauer gives chase, he has it, tries to change, gets rammed. Carter Flagner has it. Turned over by Beek. Goes all the way out to the center. Looks to fire. Goes out to Pickard. Pickard is looking. Sauer is down. Fires. Sauer grabs it with a glove and freezes it. .13:22 left in the third period. Tied 2-2. Both teams have been on the attack. Tosses Sabo again, and comes Welsh. Welsh will go against Holtz. Holtz, Welsh wins it out to Blank. Blank fires it, and a tip almost past Sauer. Sauer's got to make sure that he's staying out. He is playing back into his net. He's got to get out. Springs drives it, fires, blocked in front, tries to get it off the board, does not clear. Flagner has it. Flagner tries to dance, does. Now gives it to Baxter. 34, offsides. Cleared out of the zone, then dumped back in. Sauer has it on his stick. Out to the half wall, gives it to Holtz. Holtz has it. He decides to dump it into the corner after he crosses, and they're going to make a change. Waupun makes a change. Blank has it, skates all the way into the zone. Carson Schramm tries to stop him there, and then there's Tyler Flagner. Schramm and Flagner able to take it away. Goes behind the net. Cole Camphouse. Camphouse has it. Reverses direction. That is Cade Zabel. Clears it out of the zone. Out to Blank. Blank has it on his stick. Gives it to the Warriors. Dumps it into the zone. That's Cole Camphouse. Goes off of the board to give it to Carson Schramm. Schramm has it. Goes center. And it's tipped by Springs. Now Malachi Buckles is going in to put pressure. Ahern has it. He wraps it around. Misses. Carter Schramm goes in after it. Gets a stick on it, but then loses it to Blank. Change, fires into the corner. Jared Buckles goes after it. Is able to get a stick on it. Is held, but no call. Carter Schramm is battling. Carson Schramm has it. Tennyson on his stick. Schramm goes in, pinches him against the board. Carson Schramm has it, and now here come the Warriors on the check. Jared Buckles has it, and it's poke checked away by number 18. I believe that's Noah Pickard. Lincoln Pickard. I got to make sure that I keep Stroh straight. 11:28. Turnover. Beek had an opportunity. And now let's give it to Tennyson. Tennyson gives it to Schwartzmiller. Schwartzmiller tries to change direction. Gives it to Sauer. Out in front. Sauer sweeps it away instead of Tennyson not getting into it. Warriors are battling hard. They're trying to get it. And now here comes Jared Buckles. Goes off of the wall. Gives it to Barron. No icing called. And now it is with help from the bench of St. Mary Springs. 2-2, 11:06 in the third. Face off down in the Warriors zone. Beek, Baxter, Holtz, Dylan Sauer, and Griffin Leafy out on the ice. Zabel drops it. Baxter wins it. Gives it to Leafy. Goes all the way to the center. Gives it to Holtz. Holtz has it. Gives it to Beek. Dumps it in, and there's going to be an icing. The official's laying on his back. not calling it. It's going to be an icing. Upon arguing that it went off of the Springs player. Zabel, Welsh, Huddle. Fires off of the pad of Sauer. Now Baxter is able to get it through. Goes out to Bellender. Off of the wall. Chips it. Flagner has it. He's looking. He decides to dump it in nice and easy. Ahern goes to check. Waupun is looking tired. Holtz able to hold it in. He has it on his stick. Fires it towards the net. And Cam Beek was breaking but unable to get it. Carter Flagner pitches hard. And now it goes past him. Cam Beek is able to knock him off of the puck. And Colin Holtz has it on his stick. He goes out wide to Caleb Baxter. Baxter has it in a neutral zone. Baxter takes it into the zone, and he's taken down by Pickard. And there's going to be a trip that's called on Baxter. 10-13 in the third period. Waupun is going to be on the power play, or on the penalty kill. Caleb Baxter is going to go into the box. At 10-13 in the third period for Tripp. Two on the ice. Jarrett, Barron, Carson Schramm fires it towards the net, blocked by Barron. Barron tries to clear it out. Now he gets it on his stick, decides to try and chip it past it. Instead of chipping it past, it's held in. And he goes around Carter Flagner. That doesn't happen often. Flagner now tries to pin against the board. Carson Schramm, Zach Welsh sends it towards the net. Sauer is able to try and freeze it, and he loses it. But the official lost sight. He's got to blow the whistle when he doesn't see it. 9:55 left in the third period. 15 seconds off of the power play for Springs. Waupun changes. Beek, Holtz, with Schramm and Flagner. Beek loses it to Zabel. Dumped in by Pickard. Tries to go around by Schramm, and he does. Gets it out to the neutral zone on the stick of McLaughlin. McLaughlin has it. He's looking to try and set it up. He's got Zabel, and he's got Welsh in the center. Welsh is able to break through off of the pipe. Sauer came out and challenged. There wasn't much there. Off of the pipe for Zach Welsh. 9:30 left in the period. Zach is able to swing it around. Fires it at the net. Sauer with a stick on it, puts it behind the net. And there it is. And it's put back out front. But now here comes the Warriors with a breakaway. Here comes Cam Beek. And he's got Colin Holtz. Beek into the zone. He's got Holtz. Fires it off of the stick. And it's chipped in. And it's into the net. Oh! The puck looked like it was past Ahern on the shorthanded breakaway, and they are calling no goal. The official says it did not cross the line. Waupun, Carson Schramm asking. Referee is not going to change his mind, which is absolutely crazy. There is no instant replay. Jarrett Buckles and Barron Buckles. I don't know what the officials are talking about. 59 seconds. I don't know what the referee is calling. I don't understand. Wow. Jarrett Buckles now in at center against Tennyson. Tennyson wins it, gives it to Blank. Blank has it. He's skating through the neutral zone. Jarrett tries to shadow. Chipped up. Number 22. Griffin Leafy's given chase. Cole Camphouse there as he switches directions all the way out to the top. Back down. Fires off of the skate of Cole Camphouse. Jarrett does a nice job of dumping it all the way down, and Barron is going to get chase. 33 seconds left in the power play. Ahern brings it all the way out. Jarrett tries to play it. Comes off of the board. Fires it, and the net's off. 18 seconds left in the power play for Springs. 8:31 left in the third period. Halfway. Warriors should almost let that one go instead of changing for the net off. Welsh. Zabel. Cam Beek holds up Zabel. Colin Holtz has it on his stick. Beek tries to drive it down and does. All the way down to Ahern. 10 seconds left on the power play for Springs. Springs has outshot the Warriors in this period. Here comes number 18. I believe that's Pickert. Pickert has it on his stick. He decides to fire towards the net, and it's now blocked away. And now Cam Beek has it, and he's got Caleb Baxter going with him. He dumps it into the zone. Baxter goes with it. Baxter goes after it, picks it, beats him there. Colin Holtz is in support. So's Cam Beek. Colin Holtz had it with a nice feed by Baxter. Now here comes Zach Welsh with it. Go over to Carter Fleitner. Fleitner tries to chip it away. Dylan Sauer now picks it up off his stick. He decides to go off of the boards and gives it to Caleb Baxter. Baxter has it on his stick. Loses it. Dumped back into the zone. Dylan Sauer has it. Zach Welsh goes all the way out to Colin Holtz. Holtz has it. Clears it out. Gives it to Malachi. Malachi trips it into the corner. And now Owen Bellender goes after it, skates up. Gives it to Max Van de Slunt. Off of the board. Dylan Sauer gives chase. He chips it. Both teams are out there battling hard. You can see they both want it. Tyler Fleitner tries to pick it up. Dump back in underneath Dylan Sauer's stick, but there's Carson Schramm. Schramm goes all the way back to Tyler Fleitner. Fleitner gives it to Dylan Sauer, who's got ice, and he decides to go all the way on a wide angle pass. He had Malachi in the center and decides to go out wide. 6:58 in the third period. Both teams battling hard for this. Waupun going for the Badgerland Conference Tournament title. Obviously, so is Springs. But also on the line here, the winner is going to have the advantage in the Section 8 number 2 seed. Schramm gives it out to Pickard. Pickard has it on his stick, off of the skate of Barron Buckles. Now Schramm loses it, but here comes Barron. Chipped away. Schramm to Barron. Goes to the center, all the way out wide. Cole Camphouse has it, fires it, tries to get it in the center. Barron Buckles on a nice save by Colin Ahern as he comes all the way across the crease. Schramm has it, loses it, but there's Jared Buckles. He fires, and a nice save by Colin Ahern again. Waupun with some great attacking here, and it's an icing by Springs as they try and get it out. There were two great opportunities right there from Waupun, and Ahern does his job. Conference Player of the Year does an awesome job of battling there. Held Springs into it. 6:19. Baxter, Holtz, Beek, Sauer, Leafy on the ice. They toss Baxter. So it's going to be Beek against Zabel. Beek wins it out to Dylan Sauer. Sauer has it. He fires it towards the net. And there's a free puck. And there's free. And now Waupun is really battling hard for it. And now here comes number 12 with it on him. And he goes out wide to Zach Welsh. Welsh decides to try and go around Leafy. Takes it. And Sauer is there to hold. Tries to reverse direction. Dylan Sauer gives chase. Fired towards the net, blocked off of Leafy. And now here comes Leafy with it. He's got it on his stick. Tries to get it out of the zone. Is unable to, but there's a trailer with Holtz. Holtz goes out wide to Baxter. Baxter has it. He decides to try and go around Pickard. Can't. Goes through his feet with a stick. Puck. Loses it. Baxter looks like he is gassed. Carter Fleitner now has it, and he's going to take it in. Fires. Oh, off of the wide of the net. Off of the board, and no rebound. Now off of the glass. Fleitner now is able to hold it in. He fires it back towards the net. In comes hard Carson Schramm. Battles with it. Chips it back. And now Blank has it. Chipped in by Schwartzmiller. Schramm has it. Schwartzmiller tries to knock him off of the puck. Tyler Flegner has it, and then he gives it to Colin Holtz. Holtz has Malachi Buckles going with him. He dumps it into the behind the net. Ahern has it, clears it over to the corner. Tyler Flegner gets a stick on it and gives it over to Malachi. Malachi has a shot opportunity, but Taylor Flegner's trailing, and he can't get the shot off. Waupun is on the attack. They're doing everything they can to try and get this thing over with right now. Knocked to the ice is Malachi by Pickert. And there's Tennyson in there. Tennyson trying to pick it away. Malachi's battling by himself. He doesn't have any support. And now Springs tries to break it out, but it's held back. And now Tennyson has it on his skate, and he's going to try and skate. Tyler Flegner is trying to back check. Nice pick. Walked off of the skate. Carson Schramm has it. He goes right up to the center to Braden Van de Zandt. Van de Zandt has it, dumps it all the way into the corner. Here comes Bray. Nice tussle by Jared Buckles. Tries to go wide. Tries to get in the center. Cole Camphouse gets a stick on it to Leafy. He's going to switch directions. Leafy's going to try and come bring it up to the center of the ice. He's got him, and he just doesn't hit Schramm as he's got him skating up. And now Zach Welsh has it. Leafy and Welsh battling. Cole Camphouse has it. Zabel tries to bump him off of the puck. Camphouse is able to change directions. He has it. Gives it out to Barron. Barron clears out of the zone to Owen Bellendor. Zach Welsh chips it into the corner. Waupun has it. There is nobody out there. Here it goes all the way out to Caleb Baxter. Baxter is able to pick it up, and he goes into the zone backwards. Offsides. Nice stretch pass, Flegner to Baxter. 3:27 left in the third period. And because the pass came out of the zone, it's going all the way down. Schwartzmiller, Tennyson, and Dawson Serauer. Tennyson has it. Bumped forward. Serauer tries to get it towards the net. And there's Carter Flegner. Takes Justin Schwartzmiller off of it. Serauer is trying to help. Now Caleb Baxter has it. He's got it on his skate, and he can skate with it. Dumps it towards the net. Ahern gives it a push. Colin Holtz is there to battle. He's fighting. Gets bumped off of the puck. Baxter goes for the bump. And Cam Beek. Now Carter Flegner and Beek. Nice job by Carter Flegner. All the way back. Now here comes Pickert. And he comes up the center, and it's an offsides. 2:56 left in the third period. You are looking at a tie game, 2-2. This championship game has turned out to be a wonderful battle between Waupun and the Ledgers. Schramm, Buckles, Schramm, and Camphouse. That's blank, off of the stick of Hutel. Camphouse clears it, now it goes back in. Comes out to the net. Schramm has it. Reverses direction to Baron Buckles. Baron Buckles gives it to Carson Schramm all the way across ice. Noah Blank has it. He tries to go to Zach Welsh. Carson. Offsides. Here comes Blank. Off of the stick and the skate. Number 7 walks in, and it's off. Oh, and Sauer with a nice pad save as he's ready for that bad rebound. Zabel. Buckles now has it as he goes to reset into the center to Schramm. Schramm tries to clear it out, and it's not an icing. They call it off of Buckles' stick. Ahern has it, gives it to Blank. Blank goes off of the board, chipped by number 21, held in. Leafy tries to make a poke check, tries to give it a go, off of the skate of Sauer at the net. Flegner has it, gives it off of the board to Cam Beek. Beek now has it, and he's got Colin Holtz and Caleb Baxter. They go hard. Tries to get it into the net, loses it, goes behind. Holtz has it on his stick. He changes directions. He has an opportunity, goes all the way up to Flegner. Flegner takes and reverses. He takes it down into the corner, gets bumped off by Tennyson to Cam Beek. Beek has it. He's trying to work the cycle. Doesn't have anybody to go with him. Goes across the ice, and now it's out to Justin Schwartzmiller. Schwartzmiller is able to chip it away. Leafy gives it and is able to give it out to Baron Buckles. Buckles has it, 120. Tries to go out to Colin Holtz. Holtz has it and dumps it back in. Pickert was on Holtz. Cam Beek. Sauer plays it to Flegner. Flegner goes all the way up to Beek. Goes over the top of his stick. 1 minute left. Beek goes in. Cam looks like he's gassed as well. Schramm. Here comes Zach Welsh, your leading scorer. He's able to get it. Stour gets a stick on it, puts it into the corner. They're battling. Carson Schramm has it. He goes up against the boards, looks, gets it up into the air, and it's back into the zone. And then Schramm gets it and gives it to Buckles. Buckles to Schramm. He's got an opportunity, tries to take it to the center. Cleared, but there's Jarrett. Jarrett has the opportunity, and Carson picks it up. And now Jarrett has lost his stick, but Barron is able to help him. Chip back in. 23 seconds left in the period. Dumped all the way down off of the stick of Schwartzmiller, but Flagner does a nice job of reversing it. 10 seconds left, tries to get rid of it. It's chipped, and now out to Colin Holtz. Holtz has it for 6 seconds left, gives it up to Baxter. Baxter dumps it back into the corner, and it looks like we are going to overtime, folks. Shots are even at 28 apiece. Goal score is 2-2, and we are at double zeros. We are going to have a 3-minute intermission while we get ready for overtime, and this will be Springs' second overtime. Waupun gotta stay up. So let's see what this looks like as far as going into overtime. I know both teams have played some overtime. In the overtime, St. Mary's Springs has won on Friday against Neenah. They put a goal in 3 minutes into the overtime, and Waupun has lost 2 overtimes, one to Marquette and one to Arrowhead. Arrowhead is a team that's in the section, which really is what really has this really an important game that the Warriors are able to battle. We're talking about some really even save percentages here and goals against. Ahern and Sauer. Sauer actually had better numbers than Ahern in the conference. I'm not sure why Ahern got it, except for they were giving him Player of the Year, and you can't be a second team all-conference and then be Player of the Year. This is going to come down to who has the heart and the desire to reach down and skate hard for 8 minutes. I don't even want to know what happens next, but I'm going to guess that we end up going to another 8 minutes. Waupun has not been in this position for a conference title to be tied at 2-2. Badgerland Conference regular season champions went to your Waupun Warriors. Jason Buckles was the coach of the year. Now let's see if he can coach them to a championship here in the tournament. Waupun has never won the tournament. They won Badgerland Conference 3 times in a row back in the 90s. Last time was 96. That streak was broken with this Waupun Warrior team. Now we got to get this Warrior team back out on the ice and try and make sure that they can steal away the Badgerland Conference tournament. You're 1 and 2 seeds. You couldn't have asked for a more even match. It's going to come down to who's got the heart, who's got the guts, who's willing to skate hard. 20 seconds left in this intermission, and we are going to get ready to start. Hitting the ice. There's Colin Ahern going in net for the Ledgers. He has really stepped up in the third period. You could tell he's a lot more relaxed. So we're down at the far end. Changes are long. Justin Schwartzmiller on the ice with Pickert and McLaughlin and Sarauer. And Tennyson. Tennyson will be in at center. He's going against Jarrett Buckles. Barron Buckles is to your right. Carter Schramm is to your left. One. Buckles putting pressure on, trying to make him turn it over.
Cole Camphouse pinches, able to put it into the zone, and that's cleared out wide into the corner. It's puck is holding. Carter Schramm gives chase, and now Carson Schramm pinches up over the top of his stick. And it's an offsides by St. Mary's Springs. Good call by the official as he just backed in. Warriors now make a change. Wholesale. All forwards, all defensemen come off the ice. 1 against 1. Welsh, Zabel. 1 by off of the stick of Leafy. Gets knocked down. Chipped up into the air. Goes off of. Now Cam Beek has it. Looks, goes to the center, fires, and it's a glove saved by Colin Ahern. 7:19. Gone from the overtime. Holtz, Beek, Baxter, Leafy, Flegner. This time, Zabel wins it. Here comes Blank. He's trying to skate it. Goes all the way over to number 12. I can't remember who 12 is. I think that's McLaughlin. He tries to bring it around, goes out to the center. He gives it, fires it, and it's tipped up over the top of Sauer. And cleared. It's coming in on center. Ahern goes wide. Baxter tries to give chase. Flegner has it. He's got Holtz. Holtz has it on his stick, and it's by himself. He tries to take it in and loses it. Comes all the way back out. Beek has it. Zach Welsh gives chase. Colin Holtz, or Cole Camphouse now has it on his stick. Van Zandt is out here on the half board, wide. Goes to the chip, then he takes and dumps it in. And now here comes Tyler Flegner hard. Ahern goes out to play it. Flegner's got some legs. He's going to put some pressure on there. Camphouse fires it in towards the net. That's wide. And now here comes Blank. Blank has it on his stick and gives it out to number 34. Nice job by Cole Camphouse to pick it up after a nice check. Waupun has it. That's Malachi Buckles with it on his stick. He goes out wide, clears the zone. Off of the puck. Oh, Braden Van Zandt had an opportunity. And instead, here comes Sauer. Sauer goes to the center. Sauer chips it off into the glass and gives it. And a whiff. Gave Baron Buckles, had it go underneath his stick. Tennyson has it. Carson Schramm. Springs tries to look at, walking it in. Malachi cleared by Cole Camphouse, and now here comes Baron Buckles with it. He looks to drive it in, decides to go, and it's considered offsides by Carter Schramm. 5:32 left in the overtime. Flegner, Leafy, Beek, Baxter, and Holtz against Welsh, Zabel, and McLaughlin. Nope, Hutel. Sorry about that. Flegner has it. He's looking. Slams on the brakes and goes out to Colin Holtz. Holtz chips it into the corner. Zabel gives chase. Zabel turns. Comes hard. Gives it to Zach Welsh. Zach Welsh for speed goes around Leafy. Trying to take it to the net. Welsh gets bumped off by Leafy. Nice job there. Zabel goes around the back of the net. Caleb Baxter goes into the corner, beats Zabel, changes direction. Flegner, but there's Zach Welsh. And there's 4 Springs players crashing into the net, trying to get it there, trying to pick it away. Waupun is battling all the way out to the top, fired, and there's Sauer there to get a nice. Beek tries to get it to Baxter. Blank has it instead. Blank goes to the half wall. Schwartzmiller. And it's icing. Schwartzmiller wasn't able to get a stick on it. 4:42. Springs had a great attack. Got to change our defensemen. They're gassed. Leafy and Flegner off. Schramm and Camphouse. Boy, these guys have given everything they can. Jarrett wins it out to Camphouse. Camphouse looks, dumps it around into the corner. Carter Schramm
Looks, gives it to Buckles, out to the center. Barron is there, but it's picked off by Sarower. Sarower is playing where he was supposed to play. Now Sarower comes in. Jared Buckles is back checking, gets a hold of it. Barron out, tries to dump it back in. It does. And there's going to be a penalty called, a tripping on Jared Buckles. 4:21 in the overtime. Waupun is going on the penalty kill. Two minutes from kneeing, Jared Buckles. Timeout, Waupun. Waupun wants to talk this over with a penalty kill. Trying to get their legs back. Sauer and Ahern are stuck out in their nets. We are in overtime. 4:21 left in the overtime. Jared Buckles just went to the box for a kneeing penalty. Waupun has taken a timeout to give their guys a chance to regroup, get some wind back, get their legs back. There's the whistle. Waupun is getting ready now as they hit the ice. It's going to be Baxter, Beek, Holtz, and Flagner. I'm not sure about Caleb at Baxter. He looks like he's been gassed. He's had some long shifts. Let's see what happens here. And they toss Zach Welsh. Zabel goes in. Why does he toss him? Baxter tries to hold it. Schwartzmiller goes out to, fires it off of Sauer. Schwartzmiller has it. Colin Holtz able to battle with him, holds him out. Number 14, I can't remember who that is. I'll have to try and check it up. Off of Schwartzmiller's stick to Pickard. Pickard has it. McLaughlin. 14 is McLaughlin to Schwartzmiller. Goes across, and Zach Welsh hammers it in the low slot. Hammers one past Sauer in overtime. 3:52. Power play goal given up by Waupun. A chance to try and win outright the entire Badgerland, and unfortunately they were not able to do it. Zach Welsh sitting in the low slot all alone. Hammered it. Ahern and Sauer have played together against Janesville Jets. Now we will end up seeing how that makes a difference for Sunday, as St. Mary's Springs has come all the way back and beat every team in the Badgerland Conference. Unreal. Coach Ahern talking with Caleb Sauer. They've known each other through the Janesville Jets program. Hey, your Warriors still had a great season. You can't fault them. They gave it everything they could. So we're shaking hands with the officials. Your Waupun Warriors are all gathering. They will be the conference tournament runner-ups as we go for the trophy presentation. Coach Ahern, Coach Buckles out at center. Zach Welsh hammers one sitting in the slot. There's a reason why he's the leading scorer in the conference and why he's a Team Wisconsin. 3:52 left on the clock, and Waupun is in overtime on a power play goal by St. Mary Springs. Your Warriors gracious in defeat as they hold their ground.
Congratulations to St. Mary's Springs. It's unfortunate Waupun loses another overtime game, 3-2. In overtime, 3:52 on a power play goal in the low slot. Zach Welsh is camped and just hammers one home. Well, I can't put up the Waupun wins banner today, and that's very unfortunate. Springs is out there getting their championship picture from the tournament. That's it from the Fond du Lac Blue Line. Waupun will be on air again next February 10th at home against Kenosha. Parents' night. Seeding will be taking place on Sunday. We will find out where Waupun is going to end up in the seeding. A win here would have made it very clear that they would have been the second seed. This loss, I think, is going to drop them down to the 3, maybe to the 4. As the 3 seed, they're coming back here to play Springs. If they're the 4 seed, they're going to be playing at home against the 5 seed, more than likely, which will be Arrowhead, who we lost to a week ago in overtime at about the same amount of time. Thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. I will be in touch with you again on February 10th for Parents' Night. Thank you. Have a good night.